I was wrong about hard work. Hard work is not a fix all. There are many problems that simply working harder will not solve. And I have come across one and I've learned the hard way that that's just not going to work. Okay. It will not cut it. Now, today is day 13 of 75 hard for me and day 34 of becoming famous. All right. Since I've started this channel. And before, I was working incredibly hard, posting 4 long form videos a day at least and posting shorts as well. Okay. A ton of work every single day. But that work was in service, in service of building a skill. Okay. I was trying really hard to get better at being entertaining, funny, charismatic, whatever you want to say off the top of my head. Speaking without a script, essentially. Just me and the camera, me and you, the viewer. And I have dramatically improved. Okay, I listened back to yesterday's log, and frankly, I think I speak very well. I try to be a humble person. Nobody wants to be someone who brags all the time, right? But I try to be a humble person, but I think that I speak generally pretty well, especially not to have a script or bullet points or anything, to just go straight off the dome. I think what I'm doing here is really good. Okay, I think I have the capacity to speak in a way that will cause people to listen. The problem is what I'm talking about. Okay, nobody gives a fuck about me, and I understand that, right? I'm not new to YouTube. Okay, I get the game. Nobody cares about me, so I need to talk about things that people do care about, right? And this has brought me to essentially 2 paths. There's one path where I talk about current news and trends and things like that, and become a commentary channel essentially, and talk about the things that I'm interested in or keep up with, and talk about those things and give my take, right? I'll Asmongold, even though I don't like him, or Destiny, or I don't know who else does Charlie, Penguins, Moist Critical, that's one avenue. Okay, the other avenue I think is to find a thing that I care about and talk about it. And frankly, I think the commentary stuff still, like, nobody cares about me anyway. It's going to be really difficult to get initial traction. People are going to need to click, they're going to need to watch, they're going to need to listen and be like, oh, I like this guy's take. I want to hear more of what he has to say. But getting them to click in the first place is going to be very difficult. And most people just aren't willing to hear someone out that they don't care about. So I think the second option, right, is going to be a lot better. And the second option is to talk about something that I care about and know about and can provide real value on, okay? I'm someone who, I'm doing 75 hard for the second time. I've journaled super consistently for a really long time. I taught myself how to type, okay? I've run, multiple 5Ks. I've run an 8K. I'm going to run a marathon this year. I think that I've lost like 40 pounds. And I'm losing more weight now. I have discipline, right? I have mastery over discipline to some degree. Self-improvement as a topic in general to me is really important, and it's something I care a lot about, okay? I've written extensively about it. I'm taking notes and writing stuff that I think and different things like that. It's incredibly valuable to me, and it's completely changed my life, right? Learning about self-help has completely changed my life. I went from a broke, depressed loser to a still pretty broke, but full-time content creator who owns all of his time. I'm much healthier. I'm much happier. I've inspired people around me to make changes in their own life. I have a real conviction about this. And my goal is still 100%, without a doubt, to become a successful streamer, to become famous. Okay, that's still the goal. But I just don't think it's through playing a bunch of games, okay? I don't think it's through playing games. I don't think I care to even commentate over games, really. In that way, I just don't. Okay, listen, guys. I'm a fraud gamer, okay? I love video games, but I don't play them all the time, all right? I play them for a few hours a day at most, and when I play, I only play with friends. I do not play video games by myself. I only play things that are multiplayer, and I only play when my friends are online, okay? I'm a fake gamer, I'll admit it, okay? Take away my card or whatever, strip it from me. I used to keep up with gaming news and stuff, but I don't even do that anymore. It's tough. I just don't play games that much. They just have never really spoken to me in that way. I've beat Hollow Knight, and that's the only single player game I've beaten in the past like 5 years probably, okay? I'm just not a video game player. I don't play by myself. I play with my friends for fun as a social activity, right? I'm a social gamer, like a social drinker, okay? With that said, I still like playing games, and I still enjoy playing them. So you'll probably see gameplay in the background of the stuff that I do in the future, but I think it's really going to be about self-help, self-help, self-improvement, because that's what I know and know about and actually care about, you know? That's what my life has amounted to at this point, is I have understood that part of living and how to apply those skills and lessons and things, and I think I can help other people apply them as well. I got an idea for it, and then I saw a friend like watched yesterday's video, and he's like, you have real conviction and drive. It's like, it's crazy. You know, you're crazy. Like, the amount of drive and conviction you have about this is crazy. And I think that it's probably true. Okay, I've never been more convicted about anything in my life, and I've never had more drive about anything in my life. I am so determined to make 2026 a killer year for me, because 2025 sucked ass. And it was my own fault it sucked, right? Bad things happened, but I let those bad things affect my mentality and stuff like that. It was all self-imposed, okay? I could have had a great year, but I chose not to, because I failed to control my mentality. But this year, I am determined to make it different, okay? This year will be the best year of my life thus far, and I'm determined to make that happen more than anything. And I think that drive, that conviction I have, can inspire others. I think seeing me go through what I go through and stuff, and just, you know, the knowledge I've collected, I think I can give that to other people, and I would really love to. So I think what I'm going to do is going to involve that. I don't know the exact process, and I'm sure it'll change again. You know, as I've said many times, the destination is staying the same, but the path can change, and the path will change, okay? I'm probably not making another Clash tier list, okay? So if you just sub for Clash, you can go ahead and leave. It won't hurt my feelings, I understand. But if you like me at all and you want to hear more about why I do what I do and, you know, keep up with the journey, I'm still going to make the log every day, but I think the core content is going to switch into like trying to help other people, and maybe a little gaming thrown in there as well. I still want to stream, you know, I still would like to stream and hang out with a group of people, but I want that to be a like-minded group of people who are interested in bettering themselves, you know, because that's really important to me. So that's the update for today. I'll start that tomorrow, okay? It was so nice to have 2 days off, okay? I still uploaded a video, but it was so nice not to have to upload 8 videos in the last 2 days, dude. I was killing myself, okay? I know I was, but this means more to me than anything, so I was willing to do it. And I'm still willing to do it, okay? If, you know, I post this new content and it gets traction, I'll post more, okay? I will grind myself into pace to make this happen because I want it that bad, okay? I heard a really good David Goggins quote the other day. He was like, you're not competing against all of the people who, you know, start something and try. You're competing against all of the other people who go all in, okay? And I am certainly all in, and I am certainly competing against those people, and I am not willing to be outworked by them. I have a real fear around this specifically, this project of this channel, you know, of somebody looking at it and going, you just didn't work hard enough. Or me walking away after having failed going, I just didn't put in enough, okay? I'm going to make sure that I put in enough no matter what. With that said, I don't know. Check out the video tomorrow. We'll see how it goes, okay? I can't say it's going to be the most innovative content of all time, all right? It certainly won't be, but I think it'll be cool because I'll be able to channel that energy I had yesterday and channel the real conviction I have and channel the energy I had in that 40-minute log and just be able to really provide some value to people and help people and cultivate a community that I'm proud of. Yeah. I'm not going to become some self-help guru, I don't think. I think this right here, this log kind of stops that from happening, hopefully, that you get to see it in action. Like, I'm telling you, you know, you can watch videos from like a week ago and you'll hear me say, basically, I'm afraid, I don't know what I'm doing, if what I'm doing is going to work, and I'm terrified it won't, and I don't know what to do other than to keep going. And the same is true now. I got the idea yesterday for this, right at the end of the day. Felt like a bolt of lightning, right? And then I've spent the entire day today doubting it and running it by Carter and thinking about it and, you know, talking with AI about it and trying to just piece together my mind around it. Just let's pull everything out, put it on paper, look at it and see objectively if this has any potential. And I think it does. And that's a scary situation to be in, right? Because when something has potential, that means there's something to lose, right? And that's scary. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love y'all. Again, you know, thank you for supporting me up until this point. I'm sorry if I've crushed your happiness, some of you, for canceling the Clash tier list and not doing that anymore. But like I said in the yesterday's log, you should expect the content to be better because I'll just care about it more. When I was doing the tier list, kind of putting on a mask, I feel like, in a way, playing a character almost. Not very hard to play that character for me. Like, it was pretty close to who I am. It was like an amplification of how silly I can be or whatever, you know, or analytical or whatever you want to say. But I feel like this will be a lot more raw, and hopefully that makes the content better as a result. So there you go. And see you tomorrow.